Let's see what we got, guys. Let's see the man himself, the Medjay.
In the vestiges of my homeland, legends speak of the scarab bracelet. Fated to curse any other who would sully it. What is mine by right was stolen. Heathmore suffers, and I am the only one who can stop it.
It looks like a vanguard. It's a little choppy. Oh, he killed him. No. He could... No! Oh god, he has 2 combat forms. And then he can do that. Oh no.
I will reclaim my birthright by whatever means necessary.
Oh no, he has 2 combat forms. Ooh. That's some cool armor. Anubis armor. Ooh, everybody got, Heat had a new mask. That looked pretty cool. Not bad. Not bad. Go to the gameplay and stuff. Let's see how he plays. I wonder if he's gonna be like Highlander or
Unblockables. So, this is the fun part. Let's go with the chains first, right?
Sure.
Start with the basics. The chain, if you're familiar with Shaolin, it's exactly the same. So you're going into light, heavy, light, heavy, heavy, light, heavy, light. As long as you're alternating, you're going to get the chain going as long as you have stamina. Your chain lights are enhanced, so you can keep going all the time. And if you press light twice, for example, you're going to get into your finisher light. Sure. If you get heavy twice, you're going to go into your finisher heavy. And
his
that's the end of your chain.
His light has unblockable.
That's out of the way.
Not unblockable. Hyper armor.
Sorry, can you throw a few more lights and heavies just so we can get all the damage values for those recording along at home?
Yes.
There you go. There you go. Recorded. Yeah, as you can see, everything is on uninterruptible stance as soon as you get into the chain. The fact that he has this gigantic staff and holding it like really on the end.
It's like a truck.
Means that he has really imposing arcs. And basically, this is kind of telling you that this is a hero that's going to be comfortable in group fights when he's in staff mode. Let's get through the rest of the kit real quick.
Sure.
So you have side dodge heavies, classic, dodge those pesky Blackbriar bashes and shoulder bashes. Dodge forward heavy, which, if I can show it off here, does what it should do, which is close the gap, prevent someone from rolling out, initiate combat, etc. We have the zone, which, as you can see, has very short forward range, but that's on purpose because usually you want to kind of target the guy in front of you and hit the guy that's behind you. If it would go forward a lot, you would miss those external hits. So that would feel a lot worse.
This zone is meant to be a knock
that is like moving a lot forward.
You can't chain though.
Next we have the big payoff bind move, which is the dodge forward guard break. There you go. Kind of like a demon embrace. It deals immediate damage and it chains into your chain lights, your chain heavies.
That does 20 damage.
And you can even perform it after any light in chain. So you can target swap and hit someone in a group fight surprise, and you'll understand like why we're doing this a bit later when we get into the access mode. You'll see.
Yes.
Can you feint it?
I think that covers. Oh yeah, I guess we got the guard break. Guard break punish kind of not the usual one. So you'll have a top guard break punish for this hero. Remember, if you're playing Warlord, you know that you have to go top to get that guaranteed heavy. With Medjay, don't do side or you'll get this. Not a fun time.
He's a top heavy.
Otherwise, I think we're ready to go.
I think so. Let's just kind of sum up this form a little bit.
That is
So if you're in staff mode, you've got big trajectories, you've got uninterruptible stance, and you've got a really good gank melee move that lets you do direct damage and so on. So it's kind of speaking to you as like, if you're in a group fight, this is your group fight mode
And
that
the
you want to
lane
be.
as well, I guess. Good for clearing.
It's very good for clearing the lane, in my humble opinion at least.
Oh, no. But everyone's opinion, I
Yeah,
think.
okay, perfect.
I don't
so
know.
that's basically, we've seen one mode.
Looks
this is what you
okay
wanna
so
use it
far. It
for.
depends.
So
I'm
that's
not
the second
sold
mode.
yet.
That's the second mode.
All right, so I
Do
mean,
it.
we're gonna talk about the mode switch a bit, I guess. So walk back and guard break is your mode switch special move. So you're going to take some time to switch between modes.
He
You are
still
a bit
has
vulnerable
it.
while you're doing this, so you don't want to be caught with your pants down, wanting to switch in the middle of
So
the fight.
he just has two
But
different
we have
forms.
ways to speed that up. So, for example, you want to be in access mode coming into a fight. Yeah, this is a duel. I'm like, I don't want to be in staff mode. Boom. You can enter lock, back and guard break, and it's going to be a quick transform, we call. Same thing for every recovery that the character has can be canceled with this quick transform, so you can be in the mode that you want as fast as
Okay,
possible.
so you could chain
And we
into
even
it,
have
which
it
is
on
good
a
because that
parry
would have
cancel.
sucked.
So if, Steph, you want to throw a heavy, there you go. You can switch stance and still get your guaranteed damage that you would have
Okay.
had from like that heavy or light parry.
So not only like you can just switch the mode like that, but you can really like do like a follow up like attack, axe, quick stand. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
cool.
can
it's
have,
cool
like,
that you're
it's
like
a really cool flow when
pretty
it gets
versatile.
going for sure. It's super cool to see. I
Yes.
love what we did here.
Yeah, I'm super happy with it on parry especially because that's a time a lot of times where you're like, oh, I thought it was a duel, but now it's a group fight. So I got to parry off at some point and I can transform into the mode I want or vice versa.
Yeah. And while you're in axe, Ben, remember when we did like a hit reaction in axe? That was a big challenge that we had because it was always going back into a staff. And thank you to Tariq and the GPP team to helping us
I wonder.
creating
I'm
like
assuming it's going to be
magic,
faster
programmer
attacks,
magic
but
to
less
make it
damage.
happen. So I don't know if you can show like when you get it into axe. So
Do it.
there you
Let's
go.
So yeah, I mean, this hero has been a long time coming. Like
That was a
we
big
had
challenge, yeah.
a lot of work to do before we even started working on him. So it's a great achievement, and it's super cool that we get
Yeah,
to show it after
can we see some execution as well?
I mean, we're gonna get through the Axis mode stuff first.
Okay, yes. I'm just too excited.
Calm
sorry.
down,
Sorry,
calm
I'm
down.
too excited.
I mean, she's the animator girl, so of course she wants to see the executions.
We'll see it all.
All right, so Medjay in Axis mode, he has move parity. That's what we call it. I don't know if we made that up, but it means that whatever you're pressing in one mode, it's gonna do something in the other mode. So if I go dodge forward heavy in Axis mode, there's something there. If I do side dodge heavy in Axis mode, there's something there. If I do zone, obviously there's a zone. If I do the dodge forward guard break, instead of being a big bind move, it's a super quick unreactable bash that this time guarantees a light and of course combos into itself infinitely for as long as I have stamina. And you have the heavy finishers that instead of having unreachable stance have some good
That does 30
unblockable
damage.
property
Jeez.
to really force a reaction out of your opponent.
So what you're saying there with the input parity is basically like we taught you all the moves that you have in staff mode. So using the same inputs that you've seen there, you can do the same character kind of flow in the axe mode and you get moves basically. So yeah, they have different properties and different use cases, but basically
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. So like there is literally two move sets, but since you know once you know what to press in one, you'll know what to press in the other one, and then it's just a matter of having like properties, for example, 400 ms chain lights and the unblockable heavy finishers. So I think that gets us to the executions, right?
Yes.
okay.
Oh. All right, no more invincible. Let's see him real quick. I got this guy. So
They're so we had so much fun in mocap, like doing the stuff like detach, attach, detach, attach during the execution. I love it.
And if you are in access mode, you will be reverting to staff mode if you start an execution, if you go into the execution timer. And if
If it
you
looks
go out of
choppy,
block,
guys,
same
sorry
thing here.
about that. It's
So
just how it is.
yeah, that's a good thing to know. But that's why we have the shortcuts to go into access mode whenever you want.
That
So
looks
what would be the logical
crazy.
transition if you play a hero, like in terms of fight kit or play style, like to play the Medjay? Which hero would be like them?
I think it depends what you're used to, basically. Like if you, yeah, this is
Just have to get it out of my system.
if you're used to big trajectory characters, your JJs, your Griffins, then you will, I think, quite naturally learn the group fight aspect of this, the staff mode side of this. And if you're used to some of the characters that can kind of nuke you down quickly if things go their way, the assassins or berserker, let's say, you'll quite quickly learn how to do the flow for axe mode, basically.
Exactly. So should we get into the feats next?
Yes, we should do that.
Yeah, right?
Let's do that.
All right.
I hope this theory
Oh,
of two
boy.
modes extends all the way to the feats.
It does. That's why I said duality earlier. So I'm super happy that we managed to do this. It was a hurdle, but we managed to do a hero where each of the feats has two different uses.
That's
So
crazy.
basically the hero has kind of like 8 feats. Let's roll the video, the videos. So on the first feat,
So it can
we
either
have the
heal
Sunshine Strength.
a team or heal himself.
When you get a kill in staff mode, for the duration of your life, you will now have a defense buff for as long as you live. So as soon as you die, you're going to lose it, but you're in access mode, you're in staff mode. As soon as you get that buff, you're going to keep it. And next, we have the opposite effect in access mode. If you get a kill and you have that that feat
You just
activated,
have a
you will now get a passive attack buff
What?
for the duration of your life. And the fun
Why?
part, the quest, as we call it, is that once you get both buffs, you can get both buffs at once. And so you are a passively buffed defense and attack hero for the rest of your life. And that's even scarier,
That's stupid.
knowing what the hero can do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Exactly. So
God.
you get to keep each of these pieces. So
You
kind
can
of
have.
your goal, as you say,
You
your
can be a
quest
buff boy.
in each life is try to get a kill in one mode, and then you get to keep the defensive buff, the little green thing you see on the shoulders, forever until you die. And then ideally, if you get it in the other mode, then you get the attack one as well. You see your hands glowing and your shoulders glowing, and you'll be like, I'm left all the time.
There you go. All right, moving on to the second feat, the Moonlight Drain, which, as its name implies, is a debuff. So if you hit your melee bind attack with the staff mode, you'll see a debuff on your opponent. That debuffs its defense. So this is your big bind move, the big gank move that will hopefully have your allies nearby, ready to do heavies. And if your opponent is debuffed at the same time, he's gonna eat a lot of damage.
Yikes.
So fits really well with the game plan. And if we go with the staff equivalent, the axis
He
equivalent,
doesn't have any.
sorry,
He
you
doesn't
hit
seem to
your
have any
little
undodgeables
unreactable
or
buff there.
unblockables aside
That's going to
from
apply a debuff
his
on
finishers.
the attack of the opponent, giving you an edge in that combat, in that duel, allowing you to tank a bit more damage. And since it's a move that you'll be landing often, you can expect your opponent to be debuffed pretty much the whole
Debuff for
fight, I would
damage.
guess.
I like that both like staff and axe, they kind of like talk to each other and the same, like they're kind of similar but different, depend on the mode. So I feel like it's
Exactly. So
So
we
debuff
had
damage,
we had
debuff
an
buff,
opportunity to
so-
have
Mhm.
a feat set that reflects that duality. for
Plus,
sure.
if you
So
got a kill
the stuff
already,
that you get
ugh.
in axes makes sense for you in axes, and the stuff you get in axe as well. So, perfect example is the third feat, Scarab Relief, which in staff is a AoE healing around you. You're gonna be in a group fight with Medjay a lot, so that's what you want to have. And if you are in axes mode, it's a greedy mode. You're in a 1v1. You want to get healing for yourself. Or it's going to be more healing, obviously, than the staff counterpart. But yeah, honestly, it's just a greedy, a greedy aspect.
I love that both like if staff, your whole kit is about being like group fighting, and it's reflected in the feat here especially. This is super good. You can heal your friends, and then vice versa. If you're an axe, your whole mode is about 1v1ing. So if you can heal yourself for a bit more than you could heal a group, this is
It's
awesome.
gonna be
And there
annoying.
you go. And the big payoff reflects that as well. On the feat 4, we have on staff a big projectile AoE that you can throw around and
Doesn't
hit
look that
people
big.
that are bunched up in a group fight for medium damage. And then you have the Axis mode, which, if you've been paying attention, is a single target projectile that deals a crap ton of damage to just one person.
No one's gonna use the
and
bomb.
That pretty much covers all of the feats.
No one's
We
gonna
are
use the
super
bomb
curious to see
whatsoever.
how this hero pans out.
No one is
in
going to
in
use the
competitive
bomb
scene, in the
whatsoever.
casual scene,
That bomb
everyone.
is
Yeah, so
useless.
about that, what,
Everyone's
which,
just going to throw the single projectile.
composition,
You're
like, of the
insane.
team will
If
fit
you
the
use the
molds with,
bomb,
like,
you were
Medjay,
bad.
Like having Medjay in your team. What will work the
Jesus
best?
Christ.
I think there's a lot of variety.